You know what's interesting about this? Like, and I've only noticed this when we do this podcast, really, when we deal with women, right? So you got a guy in a room that's a multimillionaire with like $100,000+ Rolex on, right? That's obviously successful. He lives in Tokyo, Japan, etc. And you know, you're 23, trying to figure your life out, etc. And you think that you could talk to him with the same level of
if a man
hierarchy dominance, you know? And it's interesting to me how like. And that's the problem with Western women is like you guys don't understand your place, and you guys don't understand. You guys don't who the f are you talking to?
Men get punched in the face when they talk like you to other men.
Let me be very explicit about this. This is my podcast. You're here as a guest.
Yes.
Okay. If I'm going to look at the camera, look whatever, I'm going to do that. I don't have to look you in your face to tell you that you're saying some stupid shit right now. What I'm trying to explain, right, is that men understand dominance hierarchies, whereas women don't. You're a 23-year-old trying to figure your life out, which is fine. No problem with that. However, you got someone in the room who's obviously wildly successful. You got a $100,000+ watch on, right? Hey. In a suit, etc., from Tokyo, Japan. And you're arguing with him about things that, quite frankly, you're not really qualified to argue about. But you're coming from a position of, oh, I can argue this and I know more, but you really don't. You really don't. And it's just interesting to me how a bunch of girls on this panel have been like trying to argue things or whatever, and it's like, you're not really in a position to argue this, but you're doing it anyway, which I always find interesting. But anyway, you were going to say something?
No, the only reason that I asked you to look at me in the eye when you were talking to me is because you were talking about me, so I just felt like you
that's the problem. Control your emotions. And that's really,
control my emotions. You were talking about me, and you were saying I'm a 23-year-old girl talking to this guy with this Rolex.
Over here, man, trying to be louder.
That's been the theme of the podcast.
You can't talk. You can't talk. Welcome to a podcast where you can't talk.
You can't talk either.
Yeah, it's one mic at a time so that you don't hurt the ears of the people that are listening. I'm just saying that you've made points that don't make sense a lot of the times, and you've spoken from a position that you don't really understand. And and it's funny because you said, well, Western women don't like you. I would argue on paper most women would. He just happens to live in Tokyo, but I think he'd probably do well here in America too. I mean, he has done well here. He's been here for a while.
Yeah.
But like, you know, to make the argument, well, Western women don't like you. No.
Bro, girls don't like me, bro. That's why
it's just that he chooses to be in Japan.
You know? They don't like me.
Because here's the thing as a man.
I pride in myself to slave.
Here's the beauty as a man. The things that it takes to be attractive as a man are hard to achieve, but they're universally respected. Right? If you're successful, you have your money together, you have charisma, charm, etc., all women are going to find you attractive to some degree. It's up to you how you want to spend your currency of attractiveness. You can spend it in the United States where you might not get the most bang for your buck, or you go somewhere else where women admire it more and give you more bang for your buck. See, you can't even look me in the eye when I'm talking to you.
Yep, she's drinking.
Oh, I'm supposed to look you in the eye?
Yeah.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
You about 119, man? Man. Listen, man. Hey, listen. You ain't nobody,
Chris, relax, man. Again, this comes back to this whole situation that I said before. Me and you are not equal. You have an issue with masculine authority, which I've noticed this throughout the entire podcast, which is fine. But this is going to hurt you in the future with men. Just being honest with you. Because your issue is that you think you're equal to men, and on top of that, you think you can talk to them any type of way. When, in reality, the guys here at this table make more money than you, are older than you, more experienced than you, better than you in every which way, instead of listening to what we're saying, because you probably want a guy like us, right?
So that means you can talk down on me.
Bet you a hole, man. Shut the fuck up, man.
Well, you're saying all of that means you can talk down on you,
though?
Well, no one's really.
I haven't talked down on you.
None of this is talking down on me. None of this. What you were doing, and that, you're 23 years old. You don't know. You make less than us, bro. This is talking down on me. You're not even letting.
You're Dubai.
Yo,
like I'm not even completing a phrase here. You understand what I'm getting at? Do you feel me?
Chris,
no, it doesn't matter. But you're proving my point.
Sorry, Mark.
I'm not the one talking down you. I'm just telling you that.
I haven't.
But you understand that is happening.
Frozen.
Here's the thing. There's hierarchies. There's levels to everything, right? And women tend to think that they're equal to men. A lot of the times, you guys aren't. So it might come off as I'm speaking down to you, but I can't control how you feel.
The way that I feel and my emotions are such a big thing here, obviously, is that you're putting me in a corner. You're putting me in a corner. You're throwing a bunch of. Let's all focus in on his.
All right,
Chris, man.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna talk anymore. I'm not.
Oh.
Did you play that song because it's from Japan and American music's not good?
Can I say something?
All right. All I'll say, you don't have to say anything if you don't want to respond to it. You have an issue with masculine authority. Even when it's coming from a position of clear hierarchy differences, you have a position of masculine authority, and that's going to damage your ability to find a man in the future. Because guys like us don't argue with women. We just don't.
Yeah, just walk away.
We don't. Because the more money and status a man has, the less he gives a about what you think, and the less he's going to have the patience to sit there and argue with you as an equal. He said earlier, arguing is for poor people. That's kind of true. Guys that have money and status don't argue with women. We don't. We simply don't, because it's not worth it. Why am I going to argue with a girl when I can find another one that's going to make my life a lot more peaceful, be just as hot, and not a pain in the ass?
What's the ROI on arguing?
The thing
Stress?
is, I'm
Very
not...
little.
Seriously.
Very little. Go ahead.
The thing is, I'm not disagreeing with you, so this is where it becomes redundant.
Then why are you arguing?
I'm not arguing. This is the part where I'm not arguing. Like, oh my God. It just becomes a conversation because John wants to say something.
W. Barney in the chat for me, because I feel like I've won tonight. Yeah. W. Barney in the chat.
Well, keep in mind that you made the claim that he's not going to be attracted to Western women,
baby.
and I'm like, well, that's not really true, but that's fine.
More you can.
That's cool.
Wait, I want to say
Someone want to say something? Sure, go ahead.
Most crying.
I feel like women would be a lot more submissive.
What's more crying?
And
W. Barney.
respectful.
Guys, let her talk, man. Shut the up in the back. Go ahead.
Oh, it's the nicest thing you said. I think women would be a lot more submissive and respectful to men if they weren't so constantly, like, disrespectful. I feel like a lot of men nowadays are very disrespectful. I mean, read your chat, for God's sakes. I mean, I know it's blurred from now. Nowadays. You're right.
Do you not read? They attack everybody. They call Fresh Stuttering Stanley. They make fun of him. They call me everything.
He does cut people off. I see it now.
Hey,
Here, I'll let
John,
you
I am
finish.
not 5'8". Relax, man.
I know you're 5'7".
They all do.
All right, thank you, man.
All right, let her finish her thought, guys. Go ahead.
All right, man.
So you're saying men are disrespectful. Go ahead.
Are you done?
Bro, this is a man's podcast.
Okay. You're right.
Wait, who?
I
love this book.
I pretty much finished my thought. You have a bunch of simps paying $200 just to talk to you.
500.
Wait.
500.
So you think women? So your argument is that women don't respect men because men don't respect them? You think?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm
Okay.
saying that you'd probably have a lot more people being respectful towards men if they were respectful towards
It's a good
women.
argument, though.
Like,
So I want to challenge you on that. So between her and I, who is disrespectful first?
You see, he keeps doing this with me, and then you expect me not to be argumentative.
Just
I don't
answer the
think
question.
it's a competition.
No, just answer the question. It's not a competition. It's a yes or no answer.
I wasn't paying attention.
Well, maybe you should have been a man. I don't know. I paid attention.
Yeah.
And then he says he's not disrespectful first. Your existence feels disrespectful, brother.
Well, your feelings are your responsibility, sister. So.
I wonder if it was women disrespecting men more first, and then them getting more disrespectful.
I think it's the people.
Then it's a problem.
You know, no, hold on. We actually just talked about this like, maybe 10, 15 minutes ago.
The chat's making fun of me right now.
I asked you guys, I went around the table and I said, do you think a majority of women respect a majority of men?
No,
And
I'm
most of
saying
you
like
said...
the new era where it's like where
That's what
women
I'm
are
talking
more
about now.
disrespectful.
Yeah, all of you have pretty much agreed that a majority of women don't respect a majority of men, correct?
But I just wonder where it came from.
Now let's switch it around.
Yeah.
If I took a majority of men, they absolutely respect the majority of women because those are the simps. You know what I mean? Yeah, because most guys, right? The reason why chivalry is a thing is because most men are generally respectful to most women.
Oh no.
Overly.
You don't think so?
Oh.
There's not a single person that's watching this that is respectful.
Okay, you're talking about a very nuanced situation in this podcast, in this chat. But in general, in your everyday experiences with men, etc., men exhibit way more respect to females than women exhibit to men.
Yes.
I don't think so.
No.
Why do you disagree then? Go ahead.
No,
I think men will look at a girl and immediately judge them. We can't wear what we want. We can't.
Do you think that maybe? Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
See, you do it a lot, Barney.
Go ahead.
Just like everyone is considered a and a dumb person
Or a cum
just for
bucket.
being cute, even though half of us are in relationships, half of us
Not
are very
half.
successful. Okay.
Well, half now.
3
I
out of
choose not to
7.
be, by the way. I'm happy with that.
People are successful. People are in relationships. I mean, I'm in school to be an anesthesiologist, but everyone will still call me and say that I'm
Triggered 3 tipped
stupid, which doesn't make
$50.
any
Triggered
sense.
3 ranted
Here we
from
go.
Rumble and says men do not treat you with respect when you act like men.
Well, point out when I act like a man. Tell me.
Would you? I would like to say
Tell me,
something.
Biggie.
So, for you, do you think that because you work in a profession where not necessarily the most respectable men attend that, you think you get some disrespect from like a...
I don't get any disrespectful men that come in there.
Well, then,
I get all the simps.
Make my point.
But I think it's the ones that people that are usually in power that are the ones that are disrespectful because they have power, they have money, and they're able to talk to whoever any type of way.
And that is what percentage of men?
I have no idea. I haven't looked it up.
Because they're rich and powerful.
Minority.
I wish we had.
And actually, power corrupts no matter the gender.
Yeah, men and women.
And just also entitled men, even men that have nothing, men can still be very entitled and have absolutely nothing.
Women can as well.
I would argue women are more entitled than men by
Way
far.
more.
Yeah, way more.
I'm not.
That's why the passport bros, we up.
I'm not refuting that.
Is that like a group?
That's whatever.
It's a global movement, and you're not invited. I'm sorry.
Why not? Like, I want to know about it.
Because I told you, there's
It's a bunch of
passport
dudes
bros.
with small dicks.
So it's just bros.
It's passport bros.
It's a bunch
there's
of
passport
dudes
hoes.
with small
There's
penises who
No,
John
like, that's a serious
manages.
question. Like,
Wait,
this
wait,
is in
wait.
business.
Wow,
Like, this is a
really?
serious question.
She just told me I had the biggest dick, and now she says I have the small dick. Like, which one is
said
it? Which
everybody
one is
but
it?
you.
I'm conflicted. I can't tell.
If this is really your like business or whatever, I'm like genuinely asking you what it is.
What in what?
The
what do you mean?
passport bros. Like, I'm genuinely trying to figure
I'm
out.
not. It's not my business. Passport Bros is an organic movement that has happened. I just happen to own the only centralized
movement.
community.
Like the civil rights movement, like Black Lives Matter movement, like a movement
Bigger
like
than the
that.
civil rights movement.
Wait, did you start it?
Did I start it?
Did you start it?
I
Like,
wish.
did you put the
I
name on it?
wish.
Why
You're
is that
like,
a thing?
this is
'Cause I
my
thought it
thing.
was you.
I'm the first
You
owner.
repay.
No, I wish I did.
Tipped $50